So finally, after so many of you have been recommending me this case, T, when are you going to review the Defender Pro XT for the 14 Pro Max? I saw they had them on sale for Black Friday, so I went over to Best Buy, grabbed me up one, so we are finally getting into the review. Now, before we get started, I've already taken this case out. I've already played with it. I've already put it on my phone because y'all love this case. And with the cases that you guys highly recommend, I tend to get into it before I do the case review. Here's one thing I want to say about this case right here, all right? Hope YouTube doesn't ding me for this, but I don't care. This case is a pain in the ass to install, all right? This is a very hard case to install. So we're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to go ahead and put it on, and we're going to go ahead and step through all the process because, whew, this was a tough one, all right? Out of all my cases that I've talked about, this one right here is a dog leg to put on. So here it is. This is going to be the Defender Pro XT, drop tested 5-time, protective 2-piece design, secure grip, has that Magsafe built in, seamless interaction with Magsafe charging accessories, made from more than 50% recyclable plastic, port covers that block dust and dirt, lasting antimicrobial properties to protect the case, all right? So let's go ahead and get it out, and let's slide it out of here. So we can, yeah, we kind of getting there. We getting there. We failing, but we getting there, all right? So here is going to be the case. And they give you these nice instructions on how to install the case. This doesn't work. They also give you a nice YouTube video showing you how to install the case. That doesn't work as well. Neither one of those work. None of it works. So what we're going to do is, and this, like I said, this is going to be a 2-part case. So this is going to be the back of it. And this is going to be your classic, if you know Otterbox cases, this is going to be the finish that you're going to get on the back. You're going to get the Otterbox branding back there. Flipping it over on the inside, you're going to get those magnets on the inside. Just like it stated, you do get those port covers, which just covers the lightning. Your speakers are going to be open still, but here is what it means by a 2-part case. All right, so let's go ahead and pop the frame out and the bottom side out. So this is going to be the 2-part case. This is your frame that goes on the front. This is going to be your overall case that goes on the back. Now we're going to go ahead and speed this thing up. I don't want to sit here and fumble with it while I'm on camera because the video will be entirely too long. But one thing that I will do is time lapse this. And I'm just going to show you how long this thing takes to put on because it's a pain and you know what. I don't want to say it again because it might demonetize the video. But let's go ahead and try to install it, and we're going to do it live. But we're going to speed it up so y'all not waiting through it. Mm-hmm. Whew. All right, I did not exaggerate that. I didn't do that. I just sped that up. This is how long it really took. Now, I know some of you are going to come in here and be like, T, I put that case on in a couple seconds. You don't know what you're doing. Look, I don't care. The case is a pain. I don't know what. You go and look at that Otterbox instructional video on how to put the case on. Look at the comment section, and you come back and holler at me. But let's go ahead and take a look at the case since it's all up there. No, we didn't weigh the case. It's a 2-part case, so the weight can, I don't know, might get thrown off. But it does add a little bit of bulk to your phone. It adds a little bit of heft. So let's go ahead and step through it, and let's see what this case is talking about. So on the outside, you're going to get a nice texture material, all right? This does have a texture that goes around it. What I like about the sides is it does have texture along the sides. It says a little bit of Otterbox right there, but you're going to get a lot of grip texture right here on the side. It's really going to allow you to hold it and grip it while it's in your hand. Now, talking about the power button, raised up, this is going to be a very nice and tactile power button. That feels absolutely amazing. Flipping it over on the bottom, all right, you're going to get your speaker. Your cutouts are going to be open. They're going to be deeply recessed, but they are open. But you do get a little port flap for your lightning to protect it from getting dust and debris into that. On that left side here, you're going to get those same grip patterns that's on the sides, volume up and down. Very nice and tactile. Excellent. Probably some of the best Otterbox buttons that I've seen on a case to date. Getting to that mute toggle switch, she is deep up in there, right? It is very, very deeply recessed in there, but you can get to it if you just focus on it. And taking a look at that cameras, the cameras are recessed down in there. So when you're talking about popping it down on the lay on the table protection or anything like that, you will definitely be good when you're talking about that camera, because it will be resting on this table. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that lay on the table protection. Of course, it has a nice little lip that goes all the way around it. This case does work very well. It's compatible with tempered glass screen protectors. I'm running a Spigen one, and of course, you can see it has no effect on the Spigen tempered glass screen protector, and it has a nice deep groove that goes all the way around it. So that's very good to see. When you're talking about drop protection, you can definitely drop this on the face, and I definitely think you will be good to go. You don't have to worry about really damaging your screen. I feel like this really gives you a nice level of protection. Now, how does this case fit on the phone? You heard me talk about the fit of the case. I probably went on a little bit too much talking about it, but the fit is surprisingly very good once you get it on. It should be, for as long as it takes to put the case on. The case should be very good when you're talking about the fit department. Now, when you're putting it, you can kind of feel a little bit of movement between where that, you can kind of hear that between where the plastic frame and the phone actually meets. But when you're just regularly using this phone, that's not really going to be a huge deal breaker when you're talking about pulling it and tugging it and doing different things like that. So I don't really think that's too bad when it comes to the fit. I think it also has a very good fit. And how does it feel on your hands? And before we talk about how does it feel in your hands, we don't really have to talk about the pop out test, because this case isn't going to be popping out. This is not a case that you want to take on and off unless you figure out a cheat code or how to put this case back on. Once this case is on here, it kind of needs to just stay on the phone, because the fit of it is just that real. Now, how does it feel in your hands? I really think it feels really good in your hands, all right? It adds a little bit of width, all right? When it comes to these cases that has the frame, it is going to be a little width, and you'll be able to tell when it's in your hands. The 14 Pro Max is already a big, chunky phone. Some called it a little bit too wide. But when you could put this case up here, it's going to make things a little bit more wide and could be a little bit more uncomfortable if that's your thing. But it is going to widen things up. In my opinion, it doesn't add a ton of bulk. I know a lot of people, when you think about Otterbox cases, you automatically think bulk. You don't really have to necessarily think that way when you're talking about the Defender XT Pro, because it kind of keeps things in a slimmer style profile. I mean, bringing the Apple Magsafe battery pack over here, if you're looking at both of these, we know this is like a thin product. And when you look at both of these kind of compared, and I know it's just like a random comparison, but this is the first thing I had up close, it's not that thick of a case. So don't think it's Otterbox automatically big and bulky. It actually keeps a very thin profile, all right? Now, testing out Magsafe. The Magsafe strength when it comes to the accessory, since I've already had this in my hand, it seems pretty decent when it comes to the Apple Magsafe battery pack, but you know the true test is going to come when we use the Nomad base right here. So popping it down on here, when you're talking about Magsafe, it has a okay, all right? 6. I'll give it a 6 on the 1 to 10 scale. I'll give it a 6. It wants to try to pick this up, but it doesn't quite have the power to pick it up. But it still has a very confident Magsafe, and you can still find it very good. And I think as decent Magsafe for what it is when it comes to Otterbox. We already know they normally don't have the strongest Magsafe magnets. Now, the should you buy portion of the video. Now, this case right here is sitting at $69.95. We talking about a $70 case, all right? Now, for 70 bucks, I'm going to have to say this is a no. I don't think you should go out there and buy this case for 70 bucks. Now, is the case bad? No, it's not bad, but it doesn't have the best MagSafe. It can't come off on and easy if you are a person that does like to take your phone on and off. I mean, other than that, it has very good buttons. I felt like the protection is there, but you're talking about a case that has to be better than the Mouse Limitless 5.0, the Phone Rebel, the Sheath. I mean, even the Rock Form, which is also a rugged case that's around this $70 price point. You have to be better in every aspect when it comes to 70 bucks than those cases that I just named. And I don't feel like the Otterbox Defender XT Pro is better in those categories. Yes, it has good grip. I think the Mouse Limitless has a decent grip. You thought the D brand grip being up there, that's cheaper than this. So I feel like you can get a better case for 70 bucks. Is it a bad case? No. Is it too expensive? Yes, compared to the competition that's out there when you were talking about the protection, the overall quality of this case. But it's a solid case. If you want to pick one up, I will be sure to link it down below. I could be wrong about it because a lot of you love this case. If you do love it, let me know down in the comment section down below what you think about this case. Is it worthy of being in my top case video? A lot of people said it was. I don't know. We'll do another top case video and then we'll see if it actually deserves to be up there. But if you missed that top 10 case video for the 14 Pro Max, I'll be sure to link it up above.